I play Gazelle in Zootopia, and she's pretty much like I am. She is opinionated. She feels that she has a certain responsibility over her people, and she's very socially aware, let's put it that way. And she, like me, is part of a minority. And she's also a pop singer, but that's the given. The thing is that there are other aspects to her personality that I really feel that we coincide in, and we really have a common denominator. I simply fell in love with the project, with the characters. They're all real but charismatic and compelling, and the story is tremendously original. I think that the script is clever and full of wit and great sense of humor. The one thing about this movie that I love is that you laugh from beginning to end. It's very humorous, but it's also very profound. It has so many layers to it, and great morals, powerful messages, the kind of message that you would like your kids to absorb. Yeah, Gazelle, she's a pop star, and she is kind of living her dream. Um, but the thing is that she feels very responsible about her people, and she feels that her voice needs to be lent for those who don't have one. She has to represent all of those who are not being heard. Um, and she has a strong opinion, and she expresses it. You know, when I was introduced to Gazelle by the directors and the producers of the movie, I felt an instant identification with her. And I said, guys, this is me. Count me in. I mean, Gazelle is me, basically. But then they started walking me through the entire plot of the movie, and they told me about Judy and what her character is about. And I also felt identified with her. And the thing is that I feel that lots of people will feel identified with Judy, because we have many Judy moments in our lives when we have to fight against all odds and overcome obstacles in order to prove others and ourselves what we are capable of. So I think that that's why this movie is so universal, and it will resonate with many different audiences, not only kids but also adults of many different backgrounds and conditions. Zootopia is the perfect city, and like the word implies it is a utopia. There is a great metaphor of animals, predators and prey, all living, coexisting together in perfect harmony, which is the dream of any society, old or modern. Um, and it applies to humans trying to achieve the same, being that such an enormous challenge. Uh, I think that a process of participating in a project like this one has to feel right from the beginning. And it did. In my case, I fell in love not only with the project but also with the team of directors and producers. It's the perfect human team. They're warm and limitlessly creative, and also very open to suggestions, and so it was a true pleasure to work with them. I actually told my manager after we finished the project, I said, can you get more Disney projects like this one? I mean, it was just such a beautiful adventure, and I enjoyed it from top to end. But yeah, the process is different than anything else I had ever done in my life or in the industry, because it's not like I imagined that they would animate first, and then I would have to record a voice to the character. It was exactly the opposite. They wanted me to read the lines and record the lines first, and put all the emotion to my lines and invest all the emotion in those lines, and then they would draw the character and animate it based off of that emotion and the expression in my voice. And they, from the beginning, tried to make Gazelle look a lot like me. So they worked with me, and they asked me what I would like to see in her for her to become more like me. And I told them, listen, first thing, hips. Give her some meat, because she's too fit. And so they listened to that suggestion, as well as many others. They gave her some eyelashes and darkened the color of her eyes and made her hair a little more wavy, and they actually let her wear one of the outfits that I wore once, because I wore it first in one of my performances. Actually, it was a performance in China for the Chinese New Year celebration. Uh, yeah, so she completely took after me. Everything I had. One of the most fun things about participating in a Disney movie is the fact that I'm being able to share it with my kids at their level. Um, so yeah, my son Milan, my eldest son, he watched the movie twice in English and Spanish with undivided attention and really enjoyed it. Still a little hard for me to explain to him, because he's only 3 years old, that the gazelle in the movie is his mom and that his mom is gazelle, or vice versa. But he definitely knows that I'm singing the main song, and the other time I caught him singing the lyrics to perfection, and I didn't even teach him to him, but he loves the song. It's catchy. Uh, because this movie has it all. This movie has an original plot, clever and witty scripts, well thought out characters that are real but charismatic and compelling, and it has powerful messages and great morals that will apply to adults and kids of all ages and backgrounds and conditions. And it has humor, and you're gonna have a wonderful time watching it, because you will laugh from beginning to end.